What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com, playpicks.com, and let's talk a little bit about the Houston Texans as we head into 2021. I know what you're thinking. Why? Well, it's because we're previewing every single team here. But yes, Houston Texans looking pretty bleak here in 2021. As always, everything we do is absolutely free. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and then let us know in the comment section how you plan on playing the Houston Texans. My guess is probably not going to have a lot on this team. Here, free betting guide. Just click the NFL tab here on the lines. It'll take you to all the different teams, get you to the Houston Texans. Betting guide. You listen, we know likely no Deshaun Watson with all the stuff that's going on with him, whether it's suspension or getting traded or whatever it might be. No J.J. Watt. He's out of town as well. They went crazy in the free agent market, but it's not necessarily like they picked up a ton of talent. Look, Tyrod Taylor got picked up, so he is likely the starter, at least until they decide to take a look at one of their draft picks. Then they brought in center Justin Britt came out of retirement. Dante Moncrief, they signed him. He's had 4 catches in 2019 and then 1 catch in 2020, so 5 catches in the last 2 years. Kevin Pierre-Louis is a linebacker. Christian Kirksey is a linebacker they brought in. Jordan Jenkins is a linebacker. Malik Collins is a defensive lineman. Yes, all these running backs, Mark Ingram, Phillip Lindsay, and Rex Burkhead, they all brought in to go along with David Johnson, who's already there. Desmond King, Terrence Mitchell at corner. They traded for Shaq Lawson, so, I mean, there's at least a little bit of talent there. On the draft pick side of things, look, they didn't have a draft pick because of Bill O'Brien traded away all their picks, as you know, until the 3rd round. So with that, they took Davis Mills, quarterback, with their first pick in the 3rd round. So, being one of the worst teams in the NFL, did they waste this pick here? Because you have to imagine that you're going to be picking at the very top of the draft next year. Why'd you take a quarterback in the 3rd round? But anyway, Davis Mills on the team. Nico Collins is a wide receiver that was taken in the 3rd round as well. We're talking about a team that, listen, again, this is with Deshaun Watson. He's not going to be there again. But 13th offense DVOA, but they were 30th on defense DVOA. ESPN actually has them ranked as the 32nd roster in the NFL heading into 2021. Yes, that is dead last, which is probably why you're looking down here and you see that their futures odds are 200-1 to win the Super Bowl. If you head over to the conference, what about the 100-1 to win the AFC? And then if you go to the division and we take a look, 22-1 to win the AFC South. Look, Colts and Titans, far, far, far superior. One of those two teams is going to win the division for sure. And if something went completely off the rails, it would be the Jaguars before the Texans all day long. So do not bet that. Don't take a look at that, even in the least bit. Pro Football Focus ranked this team 31st heading into the season. So only the Lions are worse as far as their power rankings go. 0.1% chance to win the Super Bowl, according to PFF. Has them projected at 5.2 wins on the season. Again, what they do is simulate the season 10,000 times. That was the average there. Offensive line, 20th in the league, because they do have Laramie Tunsil, who's pretty good, one of the better pass blocking guys in the league. Justin Britt is coming out of retirement. He was good when he played to play center, so there is at least a little bit of depth to go along with the guys that played last year. The defensive line rated dead last in the NFL as a unit in 2020. Even though J.J. Watt still graded out as an 85, they were still dead last. They entered 2021 ranked dead last as well. Now, Shaq Lawson should be decent, but after that, they just don't have anybody on that defensive line. Ross Blaylock is a guy that graded out at 30.2 last year. Whitney Mercil is graded out as a 39. Again, I just told you J.J. Watt graded out as an 85. And so you got a 30 and a 39 on that offensive line. I mean, on the defensive line, it's just pretty bad, pretty bleak here. So whenever you look, no surprise that you see, yes, their win total's at 4. Now, it opened at 5.5. I pounced on the under at 5.5, all the way down a game and a half now, down to 4. And you can see it's not juiced one way or the other. Actually, the under is actually juiced a little bit more than the over. All this controversy around Deshaun Watson and really just a talent devoid roster, as we just mentioned. Whenever you take a look at this team, I mean, we're looking at a team that is 32nd in the league, like 32nd 32 out of 32 teams as far as talent and what they are what they're bringing to the table as far as guys that are going to be out there on the field, And so when we look at that, it's just very, very tough to imagine this team winning very many games at all. I actually think there's a decent chance that they end up finishing as one of the worst teams we've ever seen in the NFL, in NFL history, just the way that they've set this team up. It just does not look like there's a lot of pathways to success for this team. Warren Sharp over at Sharp Football has them projected at 4.5 wins. So it's kind of like right on this borderline here of that 4. If you can find a rogue 5 still out there, I still think there's some value kind of on that under when you take a look at everything. But yeah, it's going to be a really rough go at it here for the Houston Texans. You can see right here their odds to make the playoffs. The no, you have to lay $2,000 to win 100 on the no for them to make the playoffs. You think they're going to make the playoffs? Yes, they're going to get 8-1. You're going to get 8-1 on your money if you want to go there. But yes, the no is you got to lay $2,000 to win $100 on the no on the playoffs there. So if you look right here, there is another way to play this team, and it's fewest regular season wins. Houston Texans plus 250. Look, it's going to be them or the Lions 9 times out of 10. Now, there is a chance that, again, Burrow gets hurt again or something like that for Cincinnati, or, the Jets just completely, cave or something like that. But, this Jets team I actually think is a little bit talented. So it's going to be the Texans, the Lions, plus 250. That's kind of the way that I would be leaning here to bet this Houston Texans team would be the fewest wins on the season. I think this could be a historically bad team with the way things are setting up for them. Defensive line that can't stop anybody. Really not a ton of talent on the offensive side of the ball either. They're eventually going to have to go to Davis Mills, because if not, then why did you draft him in the 3rd round? So Tyrod Taylor's only going to start however a handful of games for them. Eventually you're going to have to see what you got in Davis Mills, because if not, you're going to be drafting at the top of the draft and you're going to have to take a quarterback. So you got to at least see what you drafted in the 3rd round. So that's the way I'd be leaning. Houston Texans plus 250 for the fewest regular season wins. Outside of that, I don't think this team is bettable in any, this number's all the way down to 4. I don't think that's bettable. Everything here just leans to this team being one of the worst in the NFL. So fewest wins, only way to go for me. Anyway, here we are. You can see full betting breakdown. Again, absolutely free. Everything over at the lines. Just click on this NFL tab right here. When you do that, it'll take you to all of these betting guides absolutely free. So click on the team. Take a look at what you want on these guys. Again, appreciate you guys watching this here. And maybe you want to take that fewest regular season wins there with this Houston Texans team. Give us a subscribe here. Really do appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, and then let us know in the comment section, what do you think about this Texans team? Am I way too low on them, or am I way too high to think that this team might even win a couple of games? What do you guys think of this team as they sit right now? Again, likely without Deshaun Watson. No J.J. Watt. We definitely know that. And not a lot of talent on either side of the ball. Good luck with all your bets here in 2021.